Hello, you beautiful people. As we're getting a bit closer to patch 3.3 every day, I decided to make a video breaking down everything that we're going to see in the upcoming patch of Honkai Star Rail, just to help you guys plan a little bit ahead of time. So, in this video, I'm mainly going to go over all the stuff that we know about in patch 3.3, like the limited banners, rerun banners, Hyacine and Cipher buffs, new story, new relic sets, and some other stuff as well. I will also be hosting a small 3 Express Pass giveaway in this video, just to help you guys stack up some Jades before this patch goes live. To enter the giveaway, just simply leave a comment down in the comment section, and that will make you eligible for it. There isn't any other kind of requirement on this giveaway either, and while you're already at it, you should also join my Discord server because I do host some giveaways there as well. The results will be announced in a week, and I just want to thank you guys for all the support. If you're planning to pull for any of the new characters though, you might want to check out Lubar because on this site you can save up to a total of 28% on all your purchases. To give an example, I'll buy this 3280 Oniric Shard pack for $43, and this same pack costs me about $50 from the in-game shop. You can see that it's cheaper, right? The top-up process is honestly really easy as well because all you need to do is enter your UID in this box and choose your respective server, depending on your account. After waiting for a few minutes, I received my Jades with the double top-up bonus because it was my first purchase and saved a decent amount of money. Other than HSR, you can top up on Genshin as well using Lubar, and both of these games have quite a lot of 5-star reviews. Lastly, if you use my link, which is in the description or the pinned comment, you can get an extra 8% off on top of all the other discounts. Before we begin though, let me just say the usual disclaimer that everything which I mention in this video is taken from different sources, and it can be changed at any point because it's not set in stone, so take all this info with a grain of salt. With that being said, let's begin without wasting any more of your time or energy. Okay, let's start with the limited banners appearing in patch 3.3, and due to the drip marketings, we already know that the 2 new limited characters who are going to be featured in this patch are Hyacine and Cipher. Talking about Hyacine first, her banner is going to go live on May 21st for the Asia and Europe servers and May 20th for the America servers. So, the latest cycle of the beta kit changes happened yesterday, and just like all the other beta cycles for patch 3.3, they didn't really make any changes to Hyacine's kit. Honestly, this just tells me that they had a clear idea in mind when they were designing her kit, and they're already satisfied with her power level. Keeping this in mind though, she is most likely not going to receive any changes in the upcoming beta cycle as well. Her kit is already in a really good position right now, and I'm very confident that she will be one of the best sustains in the game, if not the best overall on her release. I forgot to mention though that her E6 did get buffed slightly, but I know most of you guys have never even considered pulling for her E6 anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much, right? Moving on to Cipher, her featured banner will go live in the second half of patch 3.3, and it's most likely going to take place around June 11th for basically all the servers. As I mentioned before, the latest cycle of the beta kit changes just took place yesterday, but contrary to Hyacine, Cipher actually did end up receiving some massive buffs to her kit. I know a lot of you guys really love Cipher just like me, and I mean, who doesn't love cats, right? First things first, they buffed her ultimate multipliers by an actually insane amount, and I'm genuinely not exaggerating here. Now she deals a total of 240% quantum damage, which scales off her attack to one designated enemy, and this multiplier used to be 120% before. They basically doubled her multipliers when she deals the initial damage through her ultimate, and other than that, they also tripled her ultimate's blast damage, going from a measly 40% to a whole 120% quantum damage. Her buffs don't really end there because they also buffed her follow-up attacks multiplier from 250% to 300% quantum damage. Her follow-up does play a pretty decent role in her overall damage, so it's a really nice buff in my opinion, but I haven't even told you guys about her biggest buff yet. You can say this change is kind of an E1 bait because now her first Eidolon increases her attack by a massive 200% for 2 turns, and she can get this extra attack buff whenever she uses a follow-up. Her E1 already had great value because it increases her ultimate's damage by a really good amount, and after the recent buffs, her E1 is definitely one of, if not the best E1 in the entire game. Overall, we all know that Cipher is a really broken character, and she provides an insane amount of value to your account. As we've already discussed about the limited banners for this patch, let's take a quick look at the rerunning banners next before moving on to other exciting things like free pulls and all that. So, this patch is one of those rare patches where we already have some info on the rerunning units from some really reliable sources. This banner lineup might seem a little bit too familiar to most of you guys because in the first half of the patch, the Herda will get her first rerun just after 2 patches of her release banner. She will be featured alongside Hyacine's banner, and a lot of people might not know this, but Hyacine is going to replace Linksha as the Herda's best sustain option. I'm guessing that they're slowly going to move towards Blast and single target meta starting from patch 3.4, so they want to rerun and sell the Herda's banner while the AoE focus meta is still very dominant. For the second half, some of you might have already guessed it from my earlier comment that Aglaya is also getting her first rerun in this patch alongside Cipher's release banner. Both of them doesn't really have any special synergy, but Aglaya as a standalone is a very strong DPS, in my opinion. I know some of you guys are also aiming for that juicy and broken E1 of her as well, and I really hope you get it early because the damage increase and utility that Aglaya's E1 provides is genuinely crazy. To pull all these units though, you will obviously need some Jades, so in the next section of the video, let's take a quick look at the total amount of pulls that you can get in this patch. So, if you don't buy any kind of monthly pass or the premium battle pass, you will be able to get a total of 88 limited pulls, and out of these 88, 60 of the limited pulls will be available in the first half of the patch. If you do buy the monthly pass though, the amount of pulls that you collect massively increases from 88 to a whole 111 limited tickets. Now, if you're somewhat of a spender and you do end up buying the entire combo of the monthly pass and the premium battle pass, you can get a decent total of 120 limited tickets in patch 3.3. Maybe a fun fact, but this is the lowest amount of pulls that we've had in a single patch since version 2.4, which also had a total of 88 limited tickets. I'll do a breakdown of all these pulls and the sources to get them in a later video, so do keep an eye out for that. We're getting a total of 2 new relic sets in the next patch as well, and the first one is very clearly a DPS set. So, the 2-piece effect of the set increases crit damage by 16%, which is really good. The 4-piece effect though is kind of crazy, and to summarize it, it gives the wearer a massive 96% attack boost for a single turn after 2 of the wearer's allies use a single target ability on the wearer and give them health stacks. From what I know, this set is going to be Phainon's best in slot, so you should start pre-farming it if you do plan to pull for him. Contrary to this set, the other relic set is basically designed for abundant sustains like Hyacine and Linksha. The 2-piece effect of the set provides a 6% speed boost, which is usable on pretty much every sustain that we have in the game right now. The 4-piece effect is also really universal though, and to summarize it, this set will allow your sustain to provide a decent 15% crit damage boost to your entire team whenever they heal anyone on the team other than themselves. In addition to this, it will provide the wearer with an extra 6% speed boost in the 4-piece effect as well, which is again really nice. We're also going to get a main story update in this patch, which was probably obvious, and there will most likely be a new weekly boss as well, so I would advise you to not pre-farm weekly boss mats, especially for Cipher. If you're only pulling for Hyacine though, then you can start pre-farming the Sunday boss materials without any worries. For the last topic, due to a new certain law in Europe, we might see a change in the currency and purchasing system for HSR, and let me just break it down for you. So, instead of buying pulls in terms of Oniric shards, you will be able to see how much exactly a pull costs starting from patch 3.3. Basically, for example, if you buy the $100 pack, you will be able to see that you're getting a total of 50 pulls from buying this pack, rather than just seeing the 8,080 shards. This is a list for all the changes that are going to take place, and I honestly think this is a pretty good change, because it actually makes a lot of people realize how much they're spending, and how much value the Express Pass provides to your account. Well, I think I pretty much covered all the info that we know about right now in patch 3.3. This is a pretty normal patch after the 2 really hyped patches, namely 3.1 and 3.2. I personally really like this patch though because it has some of my favorite characters in the game, and I'm also excited to continue with the Ampharia story. The currency change that they're making is obviously really beneficial for all the players as well, so that's pretty nice. I'm curious though, how do you personally feel about this patch, and are you going to pull on any of the banners that are going to be featured or not? Also, if you ended up watching until the end, you might want to consider subscribing as well. With that being said, I just want to say I love y'all and I will see you in another one.